Hey everybody, welcome into Universal Beauty. And today I thought, since, well, we're in crazy times right now, we should probably just learn how to make our own hand sanitizer and talk about a few things like that, just because of the panic buying and hoarding that's been going on. A lot of times it's really hard to get the things you need, I guess. So you can make your own hand sanitizer from aloe vera gel and isopropyl alcohol. And it's really simple to do. So we'll go ahead and make some. You can get these kind of little squeezy bottles or whatever at the dollar store, or maybe you have an old, I don't know, pump soap dispenser that's almost empty or empty, and you could wash that out and use that where you actually do have a pump. This one just has like a raised little top. But anyway, just a container, that's what you'll need. You'll need a container to put it in. You need isopropyl alcohol. Now it's kind of hard because most of the ones that I see on the shelves are 50%. It's actually better if you can get 75% or better. The one that I have here, as you can see, it says right here it's only 50%, but you know what? I feel like something is better than nothing, and necessity is the mother of invention. We just have to do what we have to do. Then with aloe vera gel, this one, sometimes it'll say on the package like what percentage. There can be like 95, 100. The first ingredient in this one is aloe vera. So I know that it's high, but it doesn't actually give me a measurement. Again, this is what I have, so this is what I'm going to use. So we need isopropyl alcohol, aloe vera gel, and if you want it to not smell so clinical and medicinal, you can have some essential oil to drop in there as well. Okay, so the basic kind of recipe for this is going to be 2 parts alcohol to 1 part aloe vera gel. And just for the sake of ease, and we can speed it along, I have this little measuring cup here that is, this is a 1/4 cup. So I'm going to take my aloe vera gel and just squeeze that into here until I have that 1/4 cup. Just, kind of like this. It sort of looks like Jello, especially since it's green. Okay, so I've got that 1/4 cup filled up. I'm going into my larger cup. I'm gonna just dump that in there. I got a little spatula here. I'm just gonna kind of get it all there. Okay. And then I go to the isopropyl alcohol, and I'm going to fill that same 1/4 cup up twice because, again, the measurement is 2 parts alcohol to 1 part aloe vera. Okay, so there's 1, and here's 2. Okay, let me just get this drop off of my kitchen table. You don't want that hitting the wood and staining that, because that isopropyl alcohol will do that to furniture. So don't let it sit on any kind of surface that you would like to protect. Okay, so let me move those aside. Okay, so now I've got these ingredients in this cup, and I'm just going to mix that together until it's really combined well. You could also, once you get it in your container, see I keep dripping alcohol. Like I should have put something down first. I'm a little worried about my wood table here. So let me back this up closer to myself, because I don't care if I splash it on me, but I don't want to splash it on the furniture. Okay, so it's just combining this together. Because the aloe vera gel is like a real consistency of kind of like Jello. It's that, gel, and to combine that with the alcohol, well, it's why, regular hand sanitizer is a little thicker. Okay, so now this does have that kind of medicinal smell. So I'm going to take these essential oil, lavender essential oil drops, and I'm just going to put in like, maybe like 4. That might even be heavy-handed. Okay. But it just, you know, kind of cuts that real clinical alcohol smell. It makes it smell a little nicer. Okay, can you all see that? There we go. All right, and now I have this little squeezy bottle that I was saying, and I have a funnel. And I'm just going to pour this mix into this bottle. And I can tell that the gel is still quite, you know, it's combined, but it's still on, it falls to the bottom. So I think when you use this, you're going to want to shake it up, just so it's as combined as it can be. Okay, let's get this on here. So that, you know, what was that, 2/3 of a cup? It filled up this much of this bottle. Okay, so I've got the topper down, and I'm just going to really shake that up. Okay, yeah, now that's much better. That's more combined than I could do it with a stick myself. Okay, and here you go, and you just can, it's just as good, and smells fine, and you can use that in place of store-bought hand sanitizer. Now, I guess the rule of thumb is that you can use a hand sanitizer 6 times, and then you need to like thoroughly wash. I guess it's for 20 seconds at least. You want to be lathering up and under the water to wash your hands. But you can use this maybe like throughout, if you're at your desk or something, 6 times, you know, throughout the day with this. Then you got to get up and wash your hands. You can, of course, get up and wash your hands more than that. They don't mind. Okay, so now the way things are going, you may go to the store and you won't be able to find any aloe vera gel or any alcohol. So the next thing that you can do is just good old Clorox and cold water. Now, I know that in our heads we think, okay, warm or hot water with bleach would be most effective. Not so. In this case, what you want to do is get, oh, I don't know, I'm guessing this is like a half a gallon or something of cold water. It has to be cold water, and just a capful of Clorox. And that'll take you a long way, because this capful is plenty to go in there, combine it, then you can decant that into your spray bottle, and you have, like, it's not a strong, super crazy bleach smell, but it's like it's good for your countertops and surfaces. And when it's as diluted down as that, you can, at a pinch, you can kind of spray your hands with that if you feel the need to. Okay, so those are 2 little alternatives that might help if you're having trouble at the store. You know, it was interesting because there was oh, you know, as people are discussing this on Facebook and stuff, a friend of mine had mentioned that, you know, kind of thought it would be good to have retailers, like, you know, forcing people to act a little more responsibly. And, you know, I had agreed with that, and a friend of mine came on and kind of said, you know, well, to have a little compassion, because we've never been through something like this, and people are doing the best that they can. And while I appreciate the sentiment of that, I just want to respectfully disagree, because I don't think that they're doing the best that they can. If you're acting like that, hoarding stuff, and, you know, just, I don't know in history where panic and hysteria has ever helped a situation, ever. So I know that it's fear, but it's based in ignorance, because of the thought of, you know, you're thinking what, that you're going to have to be in an underground bunker for a year or something. It just really offends me to see people trying to work around the system. I understand that it is a new thing to all of us, but you're not living your best life. You're not doing your best if you are adopting that attitude of every man for yourself and me first. And that's kind of what it's come to. I think I saw, I noticed like that Target, they want to limit everybody to 5 bottles of hand sanitizer. Well, the way people are working through this is mom is in one line, dad's in another line, kid is in another line, other kids in another line. So they're walking out of there with 20, which I think, again, here's somebody behind you with an empty shelf saying, I just wanted one, you know, and I don't think that that's correct. So that is like I said, I understand to have compassion for people who are fearful, but that is just not a license to act this way. And I really do feel like, well, I guess behind stores there's, greed, and they don't care how the money gets spent. But I feel like as a manager or, an owner of a shop, you got to step in and, I guess at this point, force people to act more responsibly. And you have to limit these things, because the toilet paper companies are not going to stop manufacturing this stuff. The food is still going to be manufactured. There is a point where maybe people will have to stay home for, a couple of weeks and under a quarantine of some kind. And I understand having supplies on hand if you feel like you need to do that. But when you have like a shopping cart that is just, like I said, piled high, and you're taking, and the person here just wanted one, but no, that's not correct. That is very, very wrong thinking. And I feel like, again, just stay strong and stay informed, and we're all going to get through this. My same friend that had made that comment, she's very knowledgeable about the numbers of, deaths versus cases and where they are, which I was very uninformed about. So this is like a good example to me. This is why we talk to each other, to educate ourselves. It's up to all of us to educate ourselves, and so we don't have this ignorance-based fear and panic and hysteria. So anyway, that's heavy stuff. Let's stay on something that is more positive, and that is that you can make some of these products from your home, and that'll take you a long way if everybody else is just like hoarding through the other things. Okay, so hopefully you're all safe, and you've got everything in line, and you're not panicking. I mean, I know it's a time of concern, and we are worried, and but we are. Stay strong. Just stay informed, and we will. We're all going to get through this. Okay. So thank you for joining me. I hope that this helps. If you want to leave any comments below about other tips that you have, or things that you think would be helpful for people to know. I guess this one is another thing I could tell you. I don't know, people might be onto it by now, but a lot of times when people are blasting through the supermarkets and places like Target or CVS and Walgreens and all these places, Home Depot and Lowe's, they also do carry cleaning products and paper products, and it might be like a little off some people's radar. So you may have, some luck going there if you need to find the things that you need. So try that out. Hopefully, not the whole world isn't onto that one now too. But okay, so stay safe and stay, positive. We're going to be fine. And I will see you guys on the next one. And sparkle hard, everybody. See you later.